Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball. Might be the best ep of the year. It is the trade deadline draft episode. Let's do it. In Dallas.
I'd say cheers, but I don't have any coffee.
Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball. A lot of meat around the table today.
All right.
We have, you're familiar with Trevor Plouffe, former Texas Rangers spring training invite. Chris Rose is here, who we stole the idea from.
It's a company, so we're all here to share ideas.
Company man Chris Rose, we said, hey, let's do that on Talkin Baseball.
Yeah.
BBD producing his buns off in the corner of the table.
Yeah.
And, you know, every year it feels like we've been looking for our fourth starter, and we might have found it. Shelfie is joining us. A little bit of Philly love. How you doing, Shelfie?
I feel great, man. Phils are going to be hot on the deadline, so I think I should be good here.
Can we just say that you have been prepping, out of the four of us, far and away the most. You and Dalton have had some sort of, yeah.
All right, hold on.
Really?
Listen, Dalt is everyone else's guy. I'm Dalt's guy.
Whoa.
So,
All right.
Hey, and the least prepped on the set would be...
If you're looking at me,
Well, you don't have a computer in front of you.
I mean,
That's fair.
he's
this
always
is a very
he's
tiny
always a
computer.
he's always a phone guy.
That's true.
I will say this:
Yeah.
when you are on two of the top baseball shows in the history of the world, that is prep every single
Every
That's
day.
a great call.
That's fair.
It's a great
It's a
call.
prep lifestyle.
Fair.
Should we go over the rules?
Let's do it, Chris. Yeah, tee it up for the people.
All right, for those of you that have never seen this before, our accuracy rate is at least over 2%. So this is the way it goes. Each of us will draft 8 players. It's a snake draft. So we've got 8 rounds, go back and forth, just like your fantasy football draft, fantasy baseball draft, wherever you live. You get 5 points if your player is traded. You get an additional 5 points if you nail the team that player has been traded to. You can get another 5 points if that person played in the 2024 All-Star Game or at least made a roster somehow. And you can get 5 points for every award that somebody has won. So if you won a Cy Young, an MVP, a Rookie of the Year, those are the 3 awards. So let's take this. If you said Clayton Kershaw is going to get traded to the Miami Marlins, and on July 29th that actually happens, you would get 5 points because Kershaw got traded, another 5 points because you nailed the team. You would then get another 5 points because he's a former MVP, and another 5 points because he's a former Cy Young Award winner. Even though he won multiple Cy Youngs, just 5 points because we don't want to give out too many. Does that all make sense?
Did you say Clayton Kershaw to the Marlins?
Okay, I was
What are
using
we
it as an
doing
example
here?
with a
People
lot of
like
points.
Exit.
No, stop it. I'm just
Escape.
saying, I'm using it as an example so that we could do that.
I think you teed it up great. And if you
Thanks.
don't get it, I think you'll figure it out along the way.
Right.
It's so easy that I have it locked up. We've got a hat to sort out the
Go
draft
ahead.
order.
Go ahead. Take a pick. Take a pick. I wrote a little note on each one, too.
Oh, yay.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's not just
I
a
love
number.
It's like a fortune cookie draft.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. What does your note say?
I am number 2. Not bad.
3-piece.
What does it say on it?
Have fun.
Nice. Number 1, congrats.
Number 4, still love you.
Little note to yourself, huh?
We know that's not true.
Note to self. By the way, you can only pick 3 relievers out of your 8-member team.
Yeah.
We don't want 7 relievers being on one team.
Oh, I really like Andrew Nardi's fit. Oh, spoilers. And this episode's brought to you by Booking.com. Some of these players might have to use some
Booking.
Yeah.
Some of these players might be on the move, and maybe they're looking for a vacation rental. Maybe you're looking for a bed and breakfast,
I am.
hotel. I kind of am. Need a vacation from this vacation. Uh-oh, we're getting wonky already. We're going up to Boston at the end of July. Whether you're looking for a family-friendly place that, the Roses, the Robinsons, the Ploufes may stay back, or if you're looking for a different kind of resort that BBD stays at. Booking.com has it all there. The best place for U.S. travel, an official accommodations partner of Major League Baseball. So go check out the site or the Booking.com app. Link in the description. And I'm the 1-1. This is always tricky.
Yes, you are.
Because you want to... I like fishing for big points, but there's not a lot of big point guys this year, man.
I mean, that's what you think.
I've got...
with your tiny computer.
You're right. This is the biggest computer they give me.
It's not the size of the computer, it's how you use it.
You know what? I think... you know what? I'm going to do this to slightly take a stab at Trev, because he's our guy. He just has to be traded. It's a 1-year it's a rental. He's performed. Wow. And I think, because I was processing, there was another starting pitcher that I thought would be a good candidate for the Dodgers. But if you're the Dodgers, you still need guys that could potentially be playoff starters. Like, I don't think they're looking for an innings eater. So I think Jack Flaherty. I'll go Jack Flaherty to the Dodgers.
Wow.
LA guy.
Congratulations. First off the board.
Should have been all-star bonus points this year, but not. Whatever.
Right.
Yes.
And, again, there's another name that'll come up later. Stay tuned. That in my head was a layup for the Dodgers. And then I was like, no,
Are you putting it in?
they might need Jack
am
Flaherty.
I
I think Beebs has it.
Oh, Beebs
got it.
You got it.
Like Jack Flaherty, Dodgers between injuries and everything, they might need a second or third playoff starter, and Jack's shown that this year. So
good idea.
Thank you.
I figured he was going to be, one of the top starters. I think I'm going to take the other guy. Do we need to discuss it more, or should we just move on? Go through this.
I think if we find some pivot points, but we've got 8 rounds, so we've got some.
I feel like he's been talking about this for a month, if it's what I think it is.
Oh, I got Garrett Crochet going to the Orioles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think they want somebody that is not just a rental. They're going to have to give up big prospects to get him, and guess what the Orioles have? A bunch of frat boy-looking dudes at Norfolk that look like Jake Story.
And they just drafted another one.
They just drafted another one. They have the most prospect capital in the game, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's some teams that maybe are, maybe close to them, but they need a starting pitcher. Garrett Crochet doesn't come without, some of the red flags. Obviously first time being a starter, so what are the innings going to look like? But he's a big boy. He throws hard. He is a difference maker. Yeah. And I just think about that rotation. If you add him in with the offense, with the things that they do on the field, they need something to take them to the next level. And I think Garrett Crochet could be the guy. Free agent not until after 2026. So the control is there. It all makes sense. They're going to have to give up like a Jackson Holiday type player. No. Yes, they will. To get him.
The only thing that will be interesting to watch with Crochet is how they manage his innings in the second half.
I get it, but
that's all.
I think they'll just say, let's see what you got, big fella.
Yeah.
Because, as we talked about many times on our shows, there's no formula. So when you're healthy, let them pitch.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right, Shelfie.
All right. Listen, I'll be the first guy who takes a relief pitcher.
Okay.
There's one relief pitcher that I think is definitely going to go at the deadline this year, and that's lefty Tanner Scott of the Miami Marlins.
Man,
there's a couple good landing spots for him. There's always a couple big teams in the mix for relievers. You guys. I think he's going to go to the Dodgers.
Oh, the Dodgers.
I think he's going to go to the Dodgers.
All they talk about is the Dodgers.
Rich get richer.
It's not you this time. New guys on screen doing it. I got Tanner Scott staying in the National League, going to the old Dodgers.
So
the
if you nail that, that's 10 points because he's an all-star.
Yeah.
Same for you. Why are you looking at my sheet? What are you doing? Fishy eyeing?
What's that?
He showed up without a laptop, and he's got loose eyes.
What are you doing? I want eyes forward on this show. Hands on 10 and 2.
Honestly, I was going to
down.
ask you, and I feel embarrassed, but today's also National Talkin Baseball Today Day. We do this show. We do our live event. Dodgers bullpen. I mean, obviously, every team's looking for bullpen.
Yep.
Are the Dodgers bullpen thirsty? That was
Not really.
Not really.
Every team
But
is
they're the Dodgers.
bullpen thirsty, but the Dodgers bullpen has been good.
Yeah, I feel
Here's what I
like
would say.
they're a lot like the Phillies, where they have a lot of good guys, but there's not like a There's not like a guy.
It's one way to
in
approach the
ninth.
starting pitching stuff. If they don't end up getting a starting pitcher, we've seen
Right.
Cleveland do it. Just have a bunch of guys that can come in the fifth inning.
Here's the only
Yep.
thing I would say about the Dodger bullpen is that they have been overworked because
Okay.
the starting rotation has not delivered.
Yeah.
Also true.
So
Okay.
that's something to look at. All right, I
Lots
got the
of
next
injuries.
2 picks.
Yeah.
One, I definitely need an all-star. And this guy has quietly put together a very good season. He's interesting because he's not a rental. He does come with a price tag next year. That would be the left-hander Tyler Anderson.
I was going to take him.
That was my
Well,
swing back. You
he-
weren't
You
getting
better
it.
send him to the right team right now. Go.
Where did you have him going?
Minnesota Twins.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I have him moving down the 5 freeway to San Diego.
Okay.
I'm really worried about the Darvish situation. Like, that's obviously nothing to joke about, but I don't know if he's coming back this year, and I think they need a guy he's better than an innings eater, and he's not as good as a super, super reliable guy. But I think that he's really interesting. So I think that in San Diego, and plus we know that A.J. Preller is going to be busy. He always is, and he makes it fun.
He was my original Dodgers guy because he did it there.
Yeah.
And you just don't even have to move real estate. But I just don't know Tyler Anderson playoff wise. I know he's been awesome, but
Dude, he's
been awesome.
he shoved Houston Yankees back-to-back starts, 13 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, bro.
So back end, since we're snaking, we have limited bullpen space available on our rosters. So I'm going to take one of the guys who is in the All-Star game. Some people were clamoring for him to start for the American League.
Oh, wow.
He will now become a teammate of not the group of guys that brought him here from Philadelphia, but he will be Corbin Burns' teammate in Baltimore. Mason Miller.
Oh,
Welcome
took the
to
big
the
fish
American
off the
League
board, huh?
East.
Having a nice
Welcome.
day.
Do we think he's getting traded?
Mason Miller?
If I'm the A's, I trade him
In a second.
immediately.
In a second.
Relievers are so volatile. He's the. I mean, it's not at the height of the pandemonium
Yeah, that's fine.
because when he first started throwing this year, he was unhittable.
Unhittable.
Right.
He's broken StatCast.
So I love it. I think he does get traded, and I don't know what he's going to cost.
A lot.
A pretty penny.
But he's got 5 years of control
Yeah.
left.
But if I'm the A's, yes, I move him.
Have to
this
move
year.
him.
Yeah.
Have to. Okay.
I hope you're wrong unless it's to the Yankees. But, dude, the reliever trade stuff, value-wise, I don't know. I feel like front offices have the combo we just had, and it's like, what do you actually offer for Mason Miller?
They turn him
Yeah,
into a
it's
starter.
a lot.
Like every other team.
I just want to
Yeah.
say that
Like, I think the Orioles could laugh at Colton Cowser. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's a guy that could be a starting outfielder for 5 years. Like that between a reliever. I don't know. The system
Yep.
currently is broken for
it is.
It's goofy.
By the way,
But the
my top
Yankees-
5 guys are off the board.
Wow, look at
nice.
us.
Seriously, it's pretty good. And almost in the exact order. Almost.
Beautiful.
I had Crochet and Flaherty flipped just because of the All-Star status.
Crochet's who I wanted in the first round.
Shelfie?
All right, we're back on me. I'm going to do a little bit of forgotten rotten pandering here on this one.
Interesting.
Ben DiNucci's going? Where's he going? Shout out, Ben. I texted him yesterday. There's thousands of your hats all
Yeah,
over the
dude.
city, bro. That was crazy.
You just said that your Twins needed a starting pitcher.
Yes.
Here we go.
How about Jack Flaherty from the Detroit Tigers?
Wait a second.
Can't do that.
Oh, you took Jack Flaherty.
Oh, my
He-
God. He's,
yeah,
new.
yeah,
He's
big
new.
blank.
He was the first pick of the draft.
Sorry.
He's new.
Shelfie,
There's a lot of
okay?
pressure.
Did you take him out partying last night?
He took the wrong guy out partying last night.
Are you okay?
He doesn't know that, but
Hello,
he
is
took the
this
wrong
on?
guy out partying
Is
last
this
night.
on?
I would have loved
All right, I'll
to
go
have
with one of
brought
my position players.
him. Okay.
The Yankees need some infield.
Yes.
They need a sneaky
we're talking.
infielder that can play around kind of all over the place, depending on the day.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Not that good. Not that good. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Brandon Drury.
Yeah.
I like Brandon Drury in New York a lot.
Does he still play?
He does
Where
still
is he?
play.
Okay.
He's with the Angels right now. He's having a down first half. That's someone that you can just throw a couple
Okay.
prospects at, bring them in, throw them in the lineup once or twice.
Interesting.
I like Brandon Drury a lot. He's someone that hasn't had the ability to stay somewhere for an extended period of time. He's had hot stretches with a couple of different teams. The Yankees need infielders.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
You could have picked him up as a free agent at the end when we went through all 8 rounds.
Well, I'll put that on Dalt then, since Dalt's got him listed as the top third baseman
I
on
think
this position board list for me.
You'd be Brandon Drury was going in this draft. And maybe that's too much.
I like a Brandon Drury. He wears the uniform well.
He does.
Okay. All right.
Big
Hot
year
boy
last
draft?
year.
Floofy?
I'm gonna keep swinging
like
for the
that.
fences here. I'm missing tomorrow deep sea tuna fishing
Yeah.
trip with my boys.
With
So
your brothers.
That's tough.
I'm hunting for trophy fish right now. I'm going
tough.
Lou Bob, our guy La Pantera, and I wanted to send him to the Orioles.
No.
But since I've already chosen the Orioles for Garrett Crochet, I'm going to send him to our Philadelphia.
Yeah, there's the rotten
you can
pandering
call it
right
for
there.
that.
There it is.
Because you can either put him in center. There's rumors now they're also looking for corner outfielders. He can play wherever you want him to play, and he's shown that when healthy, he's like a legitimate game changer in the outfield. Look, I know he didn't throw the ball home against the Guardians. I get that.
Yeah.
Put him on the Phillies. Bryce and Trey and JT, breathing down his neck.
And
that
Schwarber.
dude is going to ball out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just think that's a great fit. So I'm going to go, Luis Robert. He can steal.
I'm scared of that
some
price tag.
bags.
It's good.
I'm scared of that
pick,
price
Trev.
tag. It's a great pick.
All
It's a
right.
perfect
Yeah,
fit.
It's a very Phillies move.
You get two.
That's
here,
a Dave
Jakey.
Dombrowski
It is a
move.
Dave
right
Dombrowski
there.
move.
I am in the church of Dombro. Okay.
Did I just win this whole thing?
No,
My
you
first
didn't.
two
Maybe.
picks?
Definitely not.
That's a possible one.
Let me. I'll keep the arms going. And this is a team that just has to sell. I'm sorry, Toronto. You have to sell. And you say, I say Kikuchi. You say Kikuchi. Really good. Has the arm talent. So what's a place that can use some innings? How about the Houston Astros?
Yeah.
They're looking for some starting pitching. It's a true rental. Kikuchi's always had the baseball savant stuff. He's got very natural velo.
Yeah.
Houston's coaching has proved through the years they know what they're doing. They need innings.
It's a great
Feels
call.
like a layup.
That's a great call. He just had a career high 13 strikeouts in a recent start. So the only thing he doesn't do great is when there's foul balls in Oakland. He tends to think it's a full contact
jeez.
sport. Other than that, he's really
One
good.
of the great clips of the
Is
year.
that Kikuchi?
That's one of the great
He
clips
ran
of the year.
towards the field of play instead of into the dugout. Interesting choice.
Big sleepy guy.
You got another
What's
one,
that
by the
about?
way.
And I think I'm going to play to your heartstrings because I think this is a mental game. Like when we're all sitting at the table here, there's loose smells under the table, a lot of eyeballs at
That's
each other.
interesting.
I'm going to go with one of maybe your closest friend in the game, Justin Turner.
Wow.
Off of those same Toronto Blue Jays. Bum, 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 ba-da. He goes back to the Red Sox, kid. Just finish up this season. Wow. Another righty bat for them to use.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Little homecoming. I think the Red Sox are going to make positive moves. From their quotes, it doesn't seem like they're putting chips in.
Yeah.
But you had Justin Turner to any team, and you like that. So a little homecoming.
I think that's really good. I think it's good. By the way, shout out to JT and Courtney.
Yeah, had a baby.
Yeah.
Oh.
Parents.
We
New-time
like
parents.
that.
Dad strength.
That away.
Oh.
You earn it, guys. This doesn't come. You carry so much shit after you have a baby.
It's all
the
in the
time.
forearms.
Yeah.
It's all in the forearms.
That's how it goes. All right. I need to give Seattle a hitter. I think
Okay.
that's where I'm going right now. And I'm in between a couple of different guys. I kind of like the Eloy setup there.
Ooh. Oh, don't do that to Eloy or Seattle.
They need just someone that can thump. And someone that has been thumping all year, and I just kind of think fits. And again, control, I think, is important to any team making trades. I'm going to send a guy that's in the same division.
No, Trev. No.
The A's are selling, guys.
No.
Yeah, they are.
I'm
You
sending
picked the wrong team.
Brent
boy.
Rooker
Gosh.
Oh, man.
is going to the Seattle Mariners.
Where home runs go to die.
Not with my guy Brent.
Oh, you got the right
They
guy.
need a bat. I'm searching through, who could be available to them. I think it makes sense. The interdivision thing kind of throws me off a little bit, but
Yeah.
if I had to pick someone to go there, I think it's him.
Okay.
I like Pittsburgh for him.
Okay. He's getting traded.
He is getting
He
traded.
should. He's been
He should.
hitting.
Yeah.
And he should have been an all-star.
Yeah, he's
Surprised. Shelfie?
If you take Jack Flair.
All right.
Take Jack Flair.
Well, I might double dip on the same idea here.
Hold on. Do you guys know Brent Rooker's OPS right now?
Yes, I do, and
It's in the 9s, isn't it?
he just had a nice little
858.
series in South Philly.
He balled
Low
out.
nine?
No, it's over 9.
42.
Wow.
Look at his last 3 games.
Bro, 21 Jimmy Jack, 62 runs driven. He's hitting 291.
They got him for free, right? He was waivers.
Yeah, from
and
where's
he
he?
makes
Minnesota?
sense.
I thought
he went
He still
Minnesota,
strikes out a
San
ton. He's
Diego.
perfect for the
Might have
Mariners.
been a
Yeah.
stop.
All right,
Okay.
Shelf.
he just had a little showcase in Philly.
Yeah, he
by the
did.
way. Big time showcase in Philly. All right, again, there's a team that needs an infielder. I'm going to throw a big dart here. This one, I don't know if it's going to happen. He's not someone whose contract's running out. He's on
Aren't
the
all
books.
darts the same size?
That not necessarily. I don't know if you've ever played darts,
Not
but
at this table. Not at
this
no.
Boards are different.
All right, this one, I think the best fit for the Yankees in the entire league right now is Ryan McMahon.
Yes.
Ryan McMahon from the Colorado
That's a big
Rockies
one.
to the Yankees. It would again, it's a big one. The
Yeah.
Yankees are kind of in a tough spot with the Phillies right now, where the top of their farm system is like, give me those guys. Like, I want Jason Dominguez. How do you get a deal done for a big guy without moving a piece like that?
Jake's dart just grew a little bit.
I don't. I have one rule from this game over the years: is I don't select Rockies players because
Because they don't trade
You don't
people?
believe in them?
They never trade anybody they're supposed to.
That's true.
it's nuts, man.
Who was it? Daniel Bard a few years ago. That it was the
Daniel
most
Bard.
obvious thing that they should have done, and they did. Not only did they
Trevor
not do it,
Story.
they like extended him.
Elias Diaz was the All-Star Game MVP.
Yeah,
Cash in that ticket,
yeah.
and that's where Chris Rosa.
No,
This is tough because I'm reading right now. I just have a page up. The Rockies plan to hold on to third baseman right.
Yeah.
Which is good because
but
they're
it makes
building
no
towards
sense.
something.
Building towards something.
All right. So I had a lot of guys taken. God, am I going to go there right now? All right. I have another all-star that I am going to do.
Okay.
And his team is actually still in it. And they actually had a very, very good week, the week leading up to the All-Star game.
No.
I think you cash in on Itzhak Paredes.
Oh, okay.
I think that's where you go. Now, I am going to send him to Houston.
Oh.
I know you're looking at me like,
Okay.
but
He's going to play first.
he is going to play first. He's had
Okay.
limited time there. I think he's logged like 50 innings over there without an error. I think it's just enough to feel good about him.
Okay.
Obviously, they have butchered the first base situation there the last few years. They DFA'd Jose Abreu. John Singleton has not been
great.
good enough, huh?
Is great.
Who's great?
John
We
Singleton.
love John Singleton. Shout out Lindsay.
I get it. I think that they can do better. That's all.
They could bring in a righty.
And that's what I'm going to do. So I think Paredes, all-star. I'm trying to cash in on those points as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, he's good, man.
He is
He's
good.
silly good.
Here is another one. And I don't know if he's fully healthy. I haven't paid attention to this lately, so this was my fault. So I need somebody to look it up. 'Cause I might be a
Okay.
bumbling idiot on this. Luis Rengifo. Is he back yet? He's back,
We're
isn't he?
looking. We're looking.
I apologize. I haven't watched an Angels game since like May.
He
Feels like.
lives on my IL in fantasy, so he's on and off all
I
the time.
know. So let's see.
He's a good
last
player.
Game,
He was injured, and then he.
his last game was on the third.
Yeah. I still think he gets moved,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I am going to keep him in town. The Dodgers have issues
Whoa.
at third base.
Oh.
They have some issues at second base. Mookie will be coming back, but I think that a guy that you can put all over the infield that can hit. I mean, the guy he can run. I think he's moving.
The latest news I have on Luis Rengifo, he would draw interest, but he's currently on the injured list, and the Angels are reportedly leaning towards hanging on to controllable guys
Yeah.
because they're building to something.
Of
course
What
they
are they
are.
building to?
I don't know.
Go get some of those.
Hollywood.
Go get some of those young pitchers. Like that's what you need out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think Luis Rengifo ends up moving.
I like that.
Okay.
Some Yankees rumors there.
There's a lot of teams that he could have helped. I almost had him in Seattle.
Yeah.
I put him on the Dodgers.
Okay. Back to you, Shelf.
Oh, we're swinging back on me now, huh? All right. I'm going to get a little homerish here
Good.
on this one because
Good.
I said the Phils are going to be active at the deadline. I don't think they're going to spend up on a Lou Bob.
Okay.
And I don't
Do you
think.
know who your GM is?
But
or excuse me, President of Baseball,
Thank
Ops
you.
King,
Fair.
whatever they call him nowadays.
I also do think they're going to prioritize a little bit of defense and left because they'll be sliding Marsh to center if they do grab a left fielder. This team, the Phillies have worked with before to grab depth at the deadline, the Angels. And I think a more realistic trade for the Phillies at the deadline this year. Probably could do this 2 rounds from now, but I'm looking for points, Chris Rose.
Points on the board.
I think the Phillies are going to pick up Kevin Pillar. As
Ooh.
their
I had him
right-
on my board.
Oh. Okay.
He's a Brave.
Oh, don't do that to me.
He's a Brave.
Don't do that to me. He's a 900
Sadly-
OPS if he goes to Atlanta. I don't
Sadly
want.
a
We
Brave.
can't do that right now. We can't do that.
He's been balling,
I take
hasn't
back
he?
the fist bump.
Yeah, he has been.
Pilar's been like hitting
Yes.
for them. Just hit his 10 years. Okay. Logical.
I need to fish for points.
Yeah.
The jury,
supposed to
the
be the whole
jury
game.
pick was a quick lane change. I got
Yeah.
to get some points on the board.
Okay.
I have to send my Twins a
Yeah.
starting pitcher.
Yeah.
And I'm in between 2 guys. I just need to look up contract. That's all.
Okay.
So just give me a second here. And they're on the same team. I'm taking one of the Blue Jays pitchers, but I just need to check one thing. Ooh. Kevin Gossman. They're not going to spend.
No way. No way.
That's
not happening.
So that means I got to send my guy Seabass, but I'm going to look at his contract too.
Blue Jays can eat a little of that for you.
They would have to. I think I might tap out of this one right here because they're not going to do it. I didn't know Bass was making
Damn.
$22 million.
Yes, next year.
And Gossman is making 23 and then
It's
24.
that Chris Rose rotation.
Yeah,
type money.
so
Yeah.
I can't
That's
do
what we
that.
do.
I don't think
Good
that the Blue
investment, though.
Jays are going to sell Bo or Vladdy. I just don't
Yeah.
think it's going to happen. Not at this deadline. So I'm kind of like out. Those were the guys I was going with right there. So who can I send my Twins right now? I thought Tyler Anderson is a great match for them, but he is off of
today.
the board.
Not today.
And now I'm in a little bit of a pickle here.
Just
Conundrum.
talking through it. Just
Okay.
talking through it.
Okay. I do want to send an outfielder to the Braves. And I do think Jazz Chisholm is going to get traded. So I am going to send Jazz Chisholm to the Braves.
That's exactly where I had him going.
Okay.
Man.
That's where he wants to play.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what do you
That-
say?
that- That's
Dude,
where
he
he wants to play?
loves Ronald. Loves Ronald. He looks at Ronald the way I look at Ken Griffey Jr.
Well,
I thought it was the way you look at Dalton. I was confused.
so yeah, I wanted to get points. I thought about even sending like a George Springer down there, but
Springer can't move.
I think Jazz. Someone's going there. Jazz is getting traded. They're going to make a move for an outfielder. They already brought back Eddie Rosario. Jazz Chisholm to the Braves.
Okay.
Give me Jazz on a really good team. I'd love to see it.
I'd love to see it too.
So I think there's a little more in there. Speaking of a little more in there, I wear my Tommy Johns.
Yeah.
That's all I packed on this trip. It's all I have in my underwear drawer, which gets tricky on laundry day but that's another issue. Tommy John, best underwear I've ever worn. I made the full switch, whole wardrobe, and shop Tommy John on Amazon today, 30% off. Prime Day deals. So this is live, people. If you're listening to right now, it's time to go. 30% off. You don't even need a code. It's Amazon.com/TommyJohn, the 16th and the 17th of July, and you get 30% off. So go for it. I think I convinced Jimmy this morning. He'd been on the edge. I think Chris Rose's speech about you told him, like, hey, buy yourself some more stuff.
Something. I asked him last night, what was the last thing you bought yourself? He goes, I bought Zach something. No, and I said, yourself.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
And I think it might be these Tommy Johns. So go get yourself a pair today. Trev, went Jazz Chisholm for clicks there. I've got a clicky pick that I half believe in. What? And I'm going to search for big points. This is my nuclear. If it happens, and I win pick. We're in Texas. Oh. They're alive.
Ain't no Texas.
And I hold on.
Yeah. Don't do it again.
if they have a bad week coming out of the All-Star break, they kind of have to sell.
Texas,
Yeah.
they're going to sell
They're only 5 out.
of the division.
You had this conversation
And
on
they
the
get-
concourse yesterday.
And you got to go over the Astros.
You won the World Series last year,
Okay.
but
Give us a name.
Max Scherzer.
Oh!
Max Scherzer. If they're out of it, he's got the no trade, but we've seen him shake that because he's, he'll go anywhere for a couple months to try to win a World
He
Series.
said he wouldn't.
So I'm going to beat the same drum and send him somewhere he's familiar with, the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Wow. Fascinating.
Oh, that is clicky.
They
if I've
say
ever
they
clicked.
save they save money on that whole Shohei farce of a deal. But you could tuck Max in for a couple months there. I don't
Nope.
even know what you'd have to pay.
Well, let's remember that the Mets are paying a healthy chunk of
of
his
course
salary,
they are.
too. So,
I love them.
right.
I love them. Are they going to have a single thing in this episode? Because they should have been
They've put
trading,
themselves
but
in a
they're
weird
good.
spot.
Yeah. They are the ultimate weird team.
Yeah.
Any chance, Max? Any chance? Is that how is that stupid? I don't think it is. Right?
The only thing
A lot
that
has to
scares
go
me is
right.
that he came out recently on foul territory and said, yeah, I'm not waiving my no
not.
trade.
that
did say that.
That makes me a little nervous.
But the pick's already been turned in.
That just
so
makes me a little nervous.
That's okay.
But hey, I set that up. I'll follow that up. If that's my
swing for the fences.
big deep sea fishing, then this will be my pond filled with little guys. That's rude to Carlos Estevez, who's been really good for the
Very
Angels
good.
this year.
Very good.
Also has sneaky good baseball reference page. It's tough when you get called up by the Rockies. Let's see. Power righty. Yeah, I'll be that guy. New York Yankees. We need any help back there.
You need some bullpen.
Yeah.
We need any help back there.
I had him going to New York's other team, but yeah, that was pretty good.
Hey, true rental, a guy that could compete for the closer role if nothing else. Estevez.
Good.
Thank you.
Good.
You'll be happy to know that I found the Twins their
Oh.
starting pitcher.
You did?
Fantastic.
Off the sheet. Off the sheet. I'm going to go where you almost went. Or you did go, excuse me. You had a wraparound pick there. I am also going to plunder the Texas Rangers.
Really?
To a guy who is most likely a rental, has an option, a player option for 2025. Doubt he picks it up because of the way he's been pitching this year. I'm going to take Nathan Eovaldi. The Twins need a guy that can pitch in the playoffs, bro. And what have we seen Nathan Eovaldi do? Pitch in the playoffs. I don't think he's going to cost a ton. The Twins have enough major league ready talent at the top level of their organization. They've done a good job of collecting prospects. They really have, whether by the draft or in other ways. But I think Eovaldi, I wanted to give them a lefty. There's not a ton out there that are true difference makers. I think Anderson could be that. But since you took him, I'm going to go with Nathan Eovaldi to the Twins.
All right.
Interesting.
Twins need help, is what you're telling me.
Like anybody, the pitching is always at a premium, and I think for them, you have Pablo who needs to figure it out in the second half. Joe Ryan's a guy that you can count on, but Eovaldi's that dog, man, in the playoffs. Been there, done that. I think they need someone like that in the rotation.
Pablo, he played third
like that.
base for me.
I actually like that a lot. That you just made me completely rethink one of my other picks.
Okay, see, that's what I'm
Actually.
here for.
Trev.
That's why they call me
But
coach.
you did not make me rethink my next pick because you said power righty and the Yankees need some bullpen.
Yeah.
I know a power righty. Might be a little bit of a crazy return here, but how about Michael Kopech of the Chicago
Did
White
you just
Sox?
put the emphasis on the wrong syllable?
Yes.
Kopech. Is it the Northeast or the Philly?
Kopech.
Kopech.
Is my Philly showing?
Is my Philly showing? Yeah, you said it. Yankees need some bullpen.
Yeah.
A guy that could potentially compete for that last inning.
I'm in.
Great at giving up big home runs.
Yes. We'll see. Some guys just need a little bit of a change of scenery. Michael's got some talent.
He does have talent.
He's
He's
got
got a
talent.
lot of talent.
He does.
Yes.
Him in New York, I don't know about that.
Little Sonny Gray.
I don't know about
Clean
that
him up
fit
a
right
little
there.
bit.
He doesn't need to be cleaned up. He's clean.
get
He's
him
got
a new suit.
what, just a little bit of facial hair. He's fine
Yeah.
in that regards.
I got the Yankees as big buyers of the deadline. Huh?
Good.
I mean, how many of you sent?
Is 3. Two of them are
Two
like
are an
if one
overlap,
happens,
yeah.
the other. It's a big dart, little
an
dart at the
insurance,
same thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have the hottest team. I saw Tanner
Thank
Scott
you.
last night.
That's
hot.
what I
Brandon
do.
Drury, good-looking guy. Ryan McMahon, he's okay. Pilar, hot. Kopech, hot.
See, that's
I
what I do.
That's what I scout.
That's how I scout.
I am going to go for another All-Star. And while we're here, I mean, God, we're just piling on the Rangers. We're not giving the World Series champs any shot. And I think Chris Young's sitting there.
He came out and said that they're going to trade unless they do something crazy.
Well,
I trust your word, bro.
I'm going to trade Kirby Yates, who has quietly had a fantastic year, an ERA slightly over 1, more than 12 Ks per 9. I know he's 37 years old. Where did he have his best season? San Diego.
Okay.
So San Diego, I've given them a starter. I am now giving them a reliever in front of Suarez. They need more help there, and this is a good one. This is a very, very good one. I'm digging for those all-star points on top of it. So why not return to a place where he had 41 saves a few years ago?
He's gross.
He is pretty
His
good.
arm slot is just bizarre.
It feels like we haven't had a ton of starting pitchers go. Some,
Okay.
but not a ton. This guy has had a really, really solid year in the hardest place to pitch
Okay.
out in Colorado. Cal Quantrill, who was not tendered a contract by my Cleveland Guardians in the offseason and signed with Colorado, has thrown very, very well. And I think a team that's already made a trade for a starting pitcher, in fact, his former teammate in Cleveland, Aaron Savali, went there. I think the Milwaukee Brewers make a play for a guy who's on a one-year deal and isn't going to cost them much. They're averaging right around 5 innings per start. And I know their bullpen's going to get a little healthier with Devin Williams, but I still think that they want more guys in that rotation that can give them some length, and I think Cal Quantrill's one of them.
Okay.
I like that. He's been really
Yeah,
good.
he's
has
been
been
really good.
don't-
He's the guy I considered for Minnesota until it
Ooh.
flipped me into them needing more of a veteran dog than the
dog.
Yeah, for
Cal
sure.
Quantrill.
Wait, who'd you just send him to?
Milwaukee.
Okay, Milwaukee.
He's not to be rude to Cal Quantrill, but that Milwaukee, Minnesota area,
Perfect for him?
I think that's Cal Quantrill.
He's Canadian.
I think, yeah.
Nice.
Exactly.
You know
yeah.
his uncle,
No,
father?
in-law.
Oh, really?
Andy Ashby?
Oh, no.
Is that who you're talking about?
No. Was it Paul Quantrill?
That's his dad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, former All-Star.
How'd you not know that?
So you did know.
Uncle?
I panicked for a second.
What is this, House of Dragons?
Do I get points
Your
if
uncle's
Cal
your dad?
Quantrill?
You get no points for
By
that.
the transitive property of equality, since his dad was an All-Star, do I get like 2.5 points if he gets traded?
Get none of that. I'll give you a half point.
Okay, half point.
If that's the difference,
Marked here.
All right.
stinks for us. But.
All right. Shelfie.
Back on me. The last time I checked the Jazz Chisholm rumors, the Mariners were the front runner. So maybe they're checking in with other teams on some outfield.
Okay.
And Taylor Ward is
like
someone
it.
who's having a really good season. And I think the Seattle Mariners could really slot him straight into that lineup, could play well with Julio and the guys. The Mariners got to get something going in the second half. They got to add a little bit. So Taylor Ward going right up the West Coast.
You don't have a problem with the divisional trade?
Well, I was going to say the same thing about Jazz, but, you know, you got to get a little weird on here sometimes. We're in, what, round 6?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Just trying to squeeze fits in there.
That's fair.
I like that.
Is it on me? Because I have a great one.
That's huge.
Well, we'll see.
I feel like you always
A
think
lot of
Got a
people have said
great
that.
dart.
A lot of people have said that.
So many people.
So many people. Not that many, actually. I'm a good boy. Eric Fetty. We haven't talked about him yet. He hasn't gone yet. A Chicago White Sox pitcher, starting pitcher, went to KBO, came back, got a 2-year deal. So he signed through 2025 as well. Very cheap.
7.5, I
add.
think, next year, right?
Might add. So I think the price tag will be there. So he's going to get traded somewhere, in my opinion. We haven't really. Okay, we have actually. You sent Yusei Kikuchi there. I think the Houston Astros might make a play for him. They need somebody that's a quality starter, just as insurance, because I think they kind of have everything else. If they add to that starting pitcher mix, I truly believe like when push comes to shove and it's crunch time, that bullpen's going to be like electric for them. Eric Fetty to the Houston Astros. ALCS, here we come.
Yeah.
8 years in a row.
No. Fetty's getting traded, though. Have to.
He's getting
Yeah,
traded
it needs to be.
to somebody. The Twins could make a play for him as well, but again, interdivision, don't know if they love that so much. Although the White Sox, they're not in any division right now. That's what I think about, Marlins, A's, White Sox. They're not in a division. They're not competing. So what do they care if they give up a guy for 2 years to a team that they have to see? They don't compare. They're not ready.
Year and a half.
You know what I mean?
It's not going to matter next year.
So I'm going Fetty to the Astros.
I like it, Trev. Not as much as I like. Oh, Fetty, you're cashing in some points there. You brought a guy, went overseas, came back.
Yeah.
The contract's looking good. If you're the White Sox, you got to cash that in. I got another team that recently I think fully became a seller. This guy's value has been all over the board. A friend of Talkin Baseball today, Jesse Winker.
Yeah.
For the Washington Nationals,
Yeah.
he's hit a bit this year, showing some old Jesse Winker. And guys, we haven't sent one body to the team that told us they're buying, the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh, they did say that.
And does Jesse Winker not have a little Pittsburgh Pirates energy?
I don't know.
Let the hair roll a little bit.
I think he's trying to play for every NL Central team.
Why not?
So-
He's trying to get the whole NL East. He might just bang out the whole NL. It's a hello. Whoa! It's a true rental. Pirates, you have to bring in some sticks for the pitching. What are you gonna have to throw for Jesse Winker? Prospect 16.
Yeah, not much. Walk here.
No shots fired.
By the way, he's lost a tremendous amount of weight. He looks very,
good.
very fit.
He looks good. He just had such a great time in Milwaukee hitting homers against his former team. I love that. I love that. Whenever I see that happening, and he was really they hit a lot of homers, the Nationals.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So on the flip, this is second to last round, right?
Yeah, penultimate, some would say.
I won't.
I won't either say that.
I'm trying not to get this.
Good SAT word.
Trying not to get this bleeped out. I think I'm going to go, hey, maybe this is sexy, maybe it's not sexy. A popular conversation in Dodgerland this year throughout the season. You sent them an infielder, Rengifo.
Yep.
Did someone else send the Dodgers an infielder? I don't know. I'll give them a guy with a little bit of even more flexibility, a guy that's on a team that has traded away players. Ahmed Rosario.
He was already there.
I know. Send him back. Oh, they've never traded back for players on their team? That was their whole offseason plan one year. Ahmed Rosario, a little more shortstop insurance, a good contact bat. If you're sending him Rengifo, I'm sending him Rosario.
Are you trying to replace Miggy Rowe?
I'm not trying. Dude, Miggy Rowe's been awesome this year.
Yes, he has. Shame on you.
Willie can play.
Shame on you.
Nobody bleeds more for this company than Miguel Rojas. And you're trying to replace
Rosario
him?
plays the outfield too. We
Oy.
got options.
Oy.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you know what? I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take that bait.
Whoa, what?
I'm not going to take that bait. I mean, I'll take it. Who's the second pick?
I'm up right now. I want to look at one thing real quick.
Freddie, Mookie, Gavin.
Okay, I got my guy. I want to help the Mariners.
Yeah.
I want to help you guys. They need help. You got the starting pitching. Don't be the Marlins 2.0. That's mean. They're not that. They're not that. But don't waste the starting pitching. You need to get some offense. We got a guy here that I don't know how much he's going to cost because I think he is kind of expendable for this team. I'm talking about Jonathan India.
That's who I had going to Seattle, too.
He's got another year of control. Or excuse me, a couple of years of control.
Years, yeah.
Whoa, that just blew my mind. 2027?
Yeah.
Okay, so he might cost a little bit.
Yeah.
Good.
804 OPS right now. He's a career 776 guy. And I will say this. They've been trying to cut down on their strikeouts. First couple of years, not great for him. This year, he's doing really, really well. 46 walks to 72 strikeouts. So the strikeout percentage has gone down every single year for Jonathan India. Polanco has not worked out. Jonathan India could be, I don't know about a difference-making bat, but he adds offense to a lineup that desperately needs it.
Yeah, and he's been such a good leader since Joey Votto has kind of first took a back seat because of the injury in Cincinnati and then eventually left the organization. But I think they feel like it's time with Matt McClain maybe coming back in early August to say this is the time maybe to go get something.
Yeah, and his values is high right now.
It is. It's worked its way back.
Yes.
It was very low, I thought, at the end of last year, but at this point, it's back. He's a good dude, man.
Guys both had Seattle. He's got some Seattle energy.
I thought
exactly
Yankees, but I like Seattle better.
That's exactly where I
He
am
does
going.
seem like older than he is. Is that like just the veteran presence?
2021, he won
carries?
Rookie of the
Just
Year,
came
right?
up Rookie of the Year. He was balling from the start. That I think when you do that, it's like, oh, this guy must be.
He's 27 years old. I think the hair and the facial stuff has aged him. He is also a new dad. Well, like pretty recently.
Yeah,
4 arms.
this season.
Yeah.
Okay. Shelf?
All right, we got to talk more about the Pirates. You brought up the Pirates. I had a guy on here pegged for the Pirates late, and I someone that I have a lot of good luck with when it comes to making John Boy Media content, but I think you have the wrong outfielder.
Okay.
The Pittsburgh Pirates will be buyers at the deadline. It's going to be a lot of fun if they can sneak in the playoffs with that pitching staff. Tommy Pham.
Yeah.
Tommy Pham is my good luck charm when it comes to the content, and Tommy Pham sliding over to Pittsburgh and being a little piece at the top of that lineup. I think the Pirates could be scary in the playoffs.
Well, they
would be.
That 3 at the top.
Yeah.
If
They have to win games
score
2-1
first,
right now.
yeah, I mean, if you score first with that rotation,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tommy Pham just becoming a playoff team.
it would be his
vagabond.
ninth. It would be his 9th team.
Wow. 9th?
9th.
Can I say this about the Pirates?
Yeah.
Brian Reynolds. Saw him last night.
Yeah.
Big boy.
Yeah.
Huh.
Bigger than he looks on TV.
Yeah.
Got it.
I was like, okay, Brian Reynolds.
Yeah. Fandy guy
That's all
like,
I had. I
like
don't
myself.
Like yourself. Okay, my last 2 picks are coming.
Yes.
Why don't we just continue on with the Pirates theme?
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
It feels like they haven't had a great catching situation there since Ed Ott and Manny Sanguian in 1979 when they won it all.
we were gonna
Some
say.
people would say Spanky Lavalier back in the early 90s. Danny Jansen has not had a phenomenal year, but at times he's done some good things. He's in his walk year. We've talked ad nauseum about Toronto. I think he does move to Pittsburgh. My last pick of
Wait.
this, before we get to my last pick,
It's brought to you by T-Mobile. The trade deadline draft is brought to you by T-Mobile, especially the final round exclusive 5G innovation partner of MLB. All-Star Week is incredible. It's always one of the most fun weeks of the year, and T-Mobile kind of like runs it. It was like
Yeah, T-Mobile's everywhere.
it was T-Mobile ballpark yesterday. And you can swing into the future with T-Mobile yourself, the exclusive 5G innovation partner of Major League Baseball. Elevate your game day experience. Learn more at T-Mobile.com/MLB. They don't have to just own All-Star Week. They can own the whole year for you. I just made that up. T-Mobile,
Yeah,
click
you
the
did.
link.
You
Go check
definitely
them out.
did.
Let's finish strong, Rosie.
all right, here we go. Each team is allowed 3 relievers. I'm about to embark on my 3rd. The Blue Jays have had a horrific season out of the pen,
Okay.
but this guy's been pretty solid.
Okay.
I think Yimi Garcia is on the move.
Okay.
I think that's an easy one. ERA slightly over 2.5, averaging double-digit Ks per 9. Do you like him enough to have him in your bullpen?
Sure, yeah.
Yimmy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me some Yimmy.
Yimmy to the Yankees.
Done.
And that is my team.
Okay.
This keeps
Good try. Yeah, took your guy.
Didn't take my guy, but the landing spots
Oh,
seem to
okay.
keep. I keep ended up with the same landing
Battlegrounds.
spots before and after me. There was a guy that I thought was going to go to the Yankees in the offseason. Talked to Joe's about it a little bit. Big fan of him in Philly personally. There's some haters, but I think the Yankees could really use a Hector the Protector coming out of the bullpen in the 6th or the 7th inning. They cut.
Wow.
I listen.
Wow.
Hector Neris, since he left the 9th inning role with the Phillies, has actually been a really good relief pitcher when he's used in the 6th, 7th, 8th inning in that middle role.
Wow.
Hector Neris to the Yankees.
Interesting.
Hey, Cubbies, man. What are they going to do?
I didn't have
sell,
them
sell.
selling going into the season, but
I'll
here
take
we are.
Neris. I told I want Joe's to model his blitzball game after Hector Neris.
At a
Big
split,
body. Split
drop
it
a
up.
split.
Trevor Plouffe.
I don't have a last pick. I am
Great.
searching. I haven't
Powerful.
taken one relief pitcher.
Well, really?
That's
Yeah,
impressive.
at all. I had a lot of. Okay, let me see who's been.
Give me that Jalen Beeks landing place.
Jalen Beeks. Who needs a reliever?
Feels like a team.
Everybody.
I feel like the Braves could get Jalen Beeks and turn that into a 0.89 ERA.
I'm just looking at Dalton's iffy sellers as surprise
Good page.
players.
Good
I have
page.
not been on this page yet.
Hey,
What are
Great
we
job,
doing
Dal.
here?
great job, Dalton.
Oh
chaos.
my gosh. I really don't have
Oh,
one.
I kind of wish I had more fun on that last pick.
Matt
I
Vierling?
just kind of name. Philly Wawa Vierling.
Oh, I got one.
Oh, wow, Vierling.
David Robertson
Oh.
is always my guy.
We are just tearing apart.
Yeah,
Well, honestly,
that's tough.
this makes a ton of sense. David Robertson,
Say it, baby.
I'm going to send him back to the Phillies.
Yes, redemption tour.
No.
I'm sending him back
Shelfie.
to the
Redemption
Phillies.
tour.
Shelfie.
I don't know if I love the landing spot for him, to be honest with you. I just love David Robertson and needed him on my team.
Okay. You started us off.
That's me, huh?
Time to finish up strong there, big boy.
God.
You want to cheat off my sheet again?
No, no, Chris Rose, I'm sorry. I mean, I think I can go big dick swanging again.
Yeah.
Just because Jack Flaherty's already traded. Kikuchi, it feels like we're about to get the tweet.
Tarek Skubal?
Justin Turner, that was a little early, but I don't know. I was next to you. I got excited. Scherzer, probably not. SS, yes. Winker, yes. Rosario, somewhere.
The Dodgers.
Hey, you know what? It's a seller's market, right? That means there's more teams buying.
Yeah.
This guy has just come back to basically potential Hall of Famer area
Okay.
from being kind of like, what is you? Toronto, I don't know what's going on. If I was the Houston Astros and they would answer the phone on Vladdy, pretty good fit. So I'll do it. Maybe it's clickbait. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a nightmare. Maybe it's something I wake up to sweating about. Because if they did that tomorrow, I think Houston is the favorite in the American League again. And I don't, do you think Toronto's going to have things figured out next year? I don't.
No, I don't think so.
And if they don't have the Vladdy extension figured out at this point, he's going to go to free agency. So in a seller's market, if you can get a real deal package for Vladdy, 2 months ago it was like, oh, Vladdy's nepotism, chunky first baseman. Now Vladdy's back to being like one of the best first basemen in baseball. Cash in the chips, and Houston's just the fear factor for me.
So overall,
Can I change my team for David Robertson?
really?
It's fun. It's fun.
I'm open to it.
It's
Second to
fun.
last
It's
pick.
fun.
There goes the redemption tour.
I'm going to send him to the Red Sox.
Oh, no.
Yankee,
Just
Red Sox
drafts over.
back.
BVD doesn't seem
No, he's not changing the sheet.
Wow.
It stays.
Why? What's so wow about
The
that?
pick
I
moved
think
on.
we ought to throw it out to the people that
Okay.
are watching this.
Yeah.
Is there a
We'll
way
give
we
you
could do a poll?
We'll give you a poll.
Yeah.
We'll give
How
you
about
a
that?
poll. Give you a poll.
Just saying.
Are you willing to live with that? Let the public decide.
I did not have him pitching for the Tampa Bay Rays only because he only pitched.
Yeah, that was after the WBC year.
Yep.
Yeah. So, we're just going through the AL East. Just making his way.
Don't put him in that.
Some
year.
really interesting trends. Obviously, we had a lot of people going to the Dodgers, Phillies, Pittsburgh. We had a lot of people going to Pittsburgh. Nobody to Cleveland.
Kansas City,
Nobody to Kansas City.
who's already made moves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
that's-
miss.
yeah.
I was thinking of a bat to go there, but I just kept sending people
You
other
ruined
places.
Brent Rooker for everyone.
To Seattle.
We had
a great one.
By the way, we had nobody going to Arizona.
They're
think
standing
they're good.
pat.
Yeah. I think they're hanging
standing
out.
pat too. We had nobody going to San Francisco,
They're
who's not
standing
that
pat.
far
You
out.
have to stand pat.
I don't know. It's interesting. You could always see somebody trickle through, but this is always a fun. It's a really fun show for us, and I love it that the fans just keep talking as much shit about us as possible. They're like, "You moron! I can't believe you had that guy going there."
I feel like all of our Texas players. I think in a week or two, those are going to feel bad.
Yeah.
But
Who did we send out? We sent out
Scherzer.
Eovaldi, Scherzer, Robertson,
Yates.
and Yates. So 4.
But That's a lot. There's
when
only
your
32
general
players
manager
going.
comes out and says, barring a drastic turnaround, we will be selling.
Well, they're only 5 games out. All right. This was fun. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Shelfie,
Thank
did you
you,
enjoy
Chris Rose.
yourself?
I had a
Shelfie.
blast. I had a blast.
All right. Awesome.
Chris Rose's great idea. Shelfie joining us. Trev joining us early, prepared for the show as always.
He's got lube up to the
BBD
fills.
running the
Gets a
table
pass.
all weekend. Thank you, everyone. I think we're gonna post our live show Friday, or depending how the internet goes, we'll see. You already stopped listening. Jake sucks. Second half ball. Chris Rose's guards. Nobody coming over?
I had a hard time figuring that one out. I had Kikuchi going there, but somebody took him.
Okay.
Cleveland and Mets are, but they're both kind of in like weird spots.
Mets.
You don't know exactly what they are yet.
Mets.